Think back to your very first memory in life. What is it? Chances are, it's a birthday party around age 3. Or that one time you tripped and face-drilled into the floor at age 4. But what on earth happened to the years before that? You actually lived an absolute blockbuster of a life before turning 3. You were born. You tasted real food. You took your first epic steps. And you babbled your very first words. Yet today, it is a complete blank. A mysterious black hole. Most people think, oh, I was probably just too young, and my brain wasn't ready to record. Wrong. The truth is way weirder and much more cinematic. Your baby brain was recording everything. It just chose to completely destroy the evidence. To prove that baby brains aren't just empty hard drives, psychologists in the 1980s
ran a brilliant experiment. They observed a baby's interaction with a mobile, noting responses indicated by a soft band near its ankle.
Hanging above their crib. The babies quickly realized that kicking made the toy move. And they absolutely loved it. Guess what? Days and even weeks later, the moment those babies were placed back in the crib, they started kicking instantly. This proved infant brains can store data perfectly. However, in 2014, neuroscientists in Toronto discovered a mind-blowing paradox. The exact same process that builds your adult brain acts as a massive delete key for your past. In your early years, your hippocampus is producing new neurons at an explosive, extraordinary rate. But here is the catch. Every time a shiny new neuron forces its way into an existing circuit, it literally disrupts and rewires the connections that were holding your old memories. Your baby brain wasn't too weak. It was just way too busy growing. It kept tearing down the old walls to build bigger rooms. But the plot thickens. To start a permanent diary in your head, you need something most people take completely for granted: a sense of self. You have to understand that you exist as a separate individual. Developmental psychologists use a classic mirror test. Put a red dot on a baby's nose and place them in front of a mirror. Before 18 months, babies treat the reflection like a completely different child. But after 18 months, they look in the mirror and immediately touch their own nose. Boom! The I is officially born. Before that moment, there was no continuous narrator inside your head, packaging life into a story that belonged to a person called you. On top of that, you lacked the ultimate organization tool: language. Before you could speak, your memories were just raw sensory impressions. Textures, lights, sounds, and emotions. Language acts like a rigid skeleton. Without it, your early experiences are like water poured onto a flat table. They exist beautifully in the moment, Then they vanish. This is so powerful that your culture actually dictates how far back you remember. Whose culture places immense emphasis on family history and oral storytelling, can recall memories all the way back to age 2.5. While other cultures don't start until age 4. This brings us to a beautiful, yet haunting philosophical question. If your brain physically rewired itself beyond recognition and erased every single early experience, is that chubby little baby in your old family photos actually you? Or was it someone else entirely? A temporary soul who lived in your exact same body, but whose mind was completely disassembled and rebuilt, neuron by neuron. To create the person you are today? As it turns out, the black hole at the start of your life isn't a failure of nature. It is the ultimate proof of how hard your brain was working. It didn't care about remembering the past because it was busy fulfilling a far more sacred mission. It was becoming you. Your early memories may have evaporated, but they became your flesh, your instincts, and the invisible foundation of who you are today. If this story resonated with your soul, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. What is your very first memory in this life?